Welcome back. It's been below freezing many times this December, and you need to make sure your home can handle the cold. Here to teach you how to winterize your home is Disaster Care's Al Bradham. Al, good to see you today.
Thank you for inviting me in.
Now, Al, tonight is going to be one of the coldest nights we've seen this entire winter. It's going to dip back around 20 degrees. What do folks need to do? Are they simple steps that they can do right now?
There are simple steps, and you need to start this afternoon. Everybody talks about dripping pipes, but do you know which pipes to drip?
Let's see, I always do the faucet in the kitchen.
If it's an outside wall, definitely.
Yep.
But one of the things we're finding as they're building new homes, and everybody knew about the copper pipes that drip, they were having to replumb. So now they're putting plumbing throughout the attic and no insulation. So every faucet in your house needs to be dripped, and not inside, but also outside.
Now, are there some things you can do outside? I've seen people put things over top of the faucets that are out there.
That'll keep the actual pipe from freezing, but the pipe runs into the wall, so you have a dead leg. If that water is not moving, it freezes, and when it freezes and breaks, there's a good possibility it comes back inside.
Now, I bet your hydro sensor number 2 here is going to help us to detect things like that, correct?
Well, one of the things, these are the kind of things that I'm here today to help you not need in your home, because these are the things
we don't want to see this.
I'm here today to work myself out of a job is what I'm here to do today. But these are the kind of things that we actually use. This is the most simple tool we have. But this checks with the carpet if it's wet or not. And if it goes down into the carpet and it beeps, then it's wet. You know, we have people that ask us quite often, well, the carpet's dry, it just feels cool. Well, cool is not a state that a carpet should feel in.
Exactly.
But we have tools that actually will read through sheetrock. It'll tell us if the sheetrock is wet, if it came down the wall. And then we check humidity and temperature inside of a house, too, to control the drying conditions.
Now, Al, can you see something like you have a small crack, and then when it freezes and thaws, it gets to be a bigger crack and an even bigger problem down the road?
Well, I talked to somebody already this morning that they have a frozen pipe this morning. And they said, well, what should I do? I said, first, go home. Because if you get up in the morning and you can't brush your teeth, and you're thinking, well, I'll just go to work and brush my teeth there, when that pipe unthaws, and if it happens to be broke and you've got a dam of ice in there and it thaws out, you come home to a flooded house.
Exactly.
So if you wake up in the morning and you find that your pipes are frozen, turn the water off.
Right.
If you're going to leave, especially, because when that ice thaws out, when we get up to 35, 40 degrees today, that's when your house floods and you walk in and find your entire house flooded.
When, Al, in a broken pipe situation like that, probably the most important thing to know is where that main shutoff is to the house, correct? That
is something you need to know right now.
Yep.
There's no rhyme or reason to where it might be. You either need to talk to the water department, because every water meter has its main turnoff, and you might need a special tool that you can buy from a home improvement store.
Exactly.
Normally there is a cutoff for the main for the house, somewhere close to the house, sometimes in the garage, sometimes close to a front faucet. But that's something you need to find today. That's something you always need to know.
Now, also, there are some minor things that you can do, like I told you I dripped the faucet that's right on the outside wall, but you can also open the cabinets below.
You need to open the cabinets on the outside walls to be able to get heat to them.
Yep.
Anything to keep that from happening. And also remember, drip your hot water too. Because when that hot water line is sitting there and it's dead for any length of time, it turns cold and it freezes.
Well, and I know my hot water heater, or water heater, is out in the garage, so I'm sure it gets below freezing in the garage sometimes.
Yeah, I'm not so much worried about the water heater itself, because of the water heater puts off heat.
Yeah.
It's just that water in that line that sits there overnight that could freeze.
Now, how quickly do folks need to let you know if they notice something in the house, like that wet carpet or just something minute like that?
Well, one of the things that my company offers is that we'll come out and do a free inspection during normal business hours.
Really?
To let you know if it's a major issue or what you might have. But if your entire house is flooded, that's something you need to take care of immediately. The longer water stays in the home, the higher it'll actually go up onto a sheetrock wall, absorb into cabinets and to furniture also.
And you guys have been in business around here for quite a while.
I've owned it for over 17 years now. I'm what's left over from the Navy shipyard and started a new business, and we've done real well. We have traveled anywhere in the East Coast, the Gulf Coast. I'm consulting on a job right now out of California and been to Seattle working. But yeah.
And like you said, you want to retire from the low country so everybody's houses are nice and safe.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You know, I'm kind of like a funeral home director. We hope nothing ever happens to you, but when it does, we want you to call us.
Definitely. And what is that number, Al?
Our work number is 871-9628.
So there you go, DisasterCare247.com, and that's where they are, 24/7 to keep your home safe. Al, good to see you.
Very good.
And I feel warmer now.
Have a dry night.
That's a good one. All right. Take care, Al.
Thank you.
All right. Well, their ultimate goal is to end childhood sexual abuse. In 2010, they've come much closer to reaching that goal. We're here to tell you about the success of Darkness to Light next.